Hello everybody and welcome to my first ever Let's Play. I figure with this one what we'll do is we'll start out with kind of a world tour, let you see what I've already done. The world is pretty well developed, but there's still a lot that I want to do. I've recently been inspired by people like Etho and BWO, Direwolf20, those kinds of guys. Especially Etho and like BWO as far as form and function. A lot of the stuff in the technical mods, you end up wanting to just make them functional, and you don't really think about how they look. I've done a lot of work lately trying to get it to look good and not just work. So I'll be back in just a second, and we will start the tour at my main base, which is right over there. Okay. Here we are at the main base. This is kind of where the second place that I started in this world. I actually started, I don't know if I can even see it from here, somewhere over in that direction. Made a little cave, started my first mine, got enough stuff together to come over here and create. The main platform was here, and it kind of built off from there. This was all originally cobblestone, using the Thumbcraft wand of what is it, the equivalent exchange wand. Changed it all into this slab. And here, of course, is my storage room. Really love these barrels. The one thing I hate is having to go through multiple barrels trying to figure out where I put something. I really like these because I can just come up here, see what I'm looking for, get it, and get to cleaning things up. Now it's originally this large because I was using a transposer and pneumatic pipe setup, which of course one row had to be pipes, so you were losing a row for barrels. Kind of glad that I did it this big, just because it keeps growing as I get more and more stuff. Uses a 2-router system, pulling from an ender chest, so I can pretty much dump everything from multiple locations in there, and it gets sorted. If anybody has any questions on like routers, of course we can cover that in another episode. Over here, this tower holds all my books to different locations. I have an enchanting room down below there. Stores all my books that I enchant that I'm never going to use. I don't know why I keep them. And of course, in here is my Mistcraft room, which I need to do a lot of work in because it's with the Mistcraft changes. It screwed up a bunch of my Mistcraft ages. So what I'm probably going to end up doing there is, once I figure that out more, just going to delete the ones that I've got and start from scratch and rebuild them. I had to turn instability off because worlds that I had before that were not unstable now are. So this was a tree farm until recently. You can see I got all the wooden items here. The apples are actually over in the storage room. I switched over to fuel for my steam boiler over here. That's at a different location, the fuel processing center. This is all fuel produced by bees. This is my IC2 power generation right here. Uses the forestry biogas engines, or biogenerators. This is fueled from the I've got a really large tank over underneath the area over here with the sugar cane, and then all that is pumped over here. Now, all this was produced earlier by the saplings from the tree farm right here, which just no longer needed. It just was overproducing for what I needed it for, so I got rid of it. This little wheat farm with one of these lily pads of fertility, it just kicks tail. It just produces and produces. I want to get rid of that, but not sure what I'm going to do with it just yet. I may move it over to my farm area. And with that, we'll jump over to the farm. We'll take our farm portal here. This comes down into, I've got a couple spawners down here. This one does pigmen and creepers. They fall down, die, and their items come in here. This just makes bullets for the Ragaras guns. And then here I have the animals. I have pigs, chickens, and cows. They all drop. The cows and the pigs, of course, die. The chickens are killed by an iron golem down at the bottom. And then down here is our fuel production. Two alvearies set up to produce distilled bees. And they produce oily combs. Those all come out and they go into this chest. Then they go over in here to the centrifuge. They're turned into the oily propolis. And then over to the squeezer where they're turned into oil refinery fuel. And then they're pumped back over to the steam boiler at the main base. This is just a dye factory. Put some bone meal in here. It's kind of based on the old darkroom setups from the old days of EE2. And then all the dyes are processed. They go through here into each one of those, and then they're turned into their dyes. So if I need some, I can just come and grab them. Now this is my second base. I've had a lot of trouble in this world as far as crashes and corrupt chunks, and so what I did is I created this new world, and not new world, new base area. These are some of my quarries. That area over here was also quarry. Most of it was quarried by turtles originally, and then later it was quarried by an actual quarry once I had this stuff. When I started over here, I just started from scratch, treated it like this was a new game over here. This is my storage room for here. It is not automated like the other one. I don't have anything set up, so it's all pretty much manual. Only using yeah, that one. Here's my steam boiler. Yeah, thermal exchange. Another liquid steam boiler. If you look on the mini-map up there, you'll see another field of sugar cane. It's processed and then turned into fuel here. And if we go up top, this is our farm area. Now this was my original building here. It's just, as you can see, a 9x9. Kind of dressed it up a little bit, trying to make it look a little more visually appealing, interesting than it was. The barn is a pretty recent addition. I think it turned out pretty good. I went by some pictures on the internet and built it out. I think it looks pretty good. Pretty large structure, but I think it looks pretty good. It's all made out of redwood. And over here is my villager trading system. I first saw this on a SMP video for Direwolf 20, and I believe it was Zeldo made something very similar to this. Basically, if I turn the water off, these guys will start breeding. I've got it turned off right now because they'll build up to like 200 or so and lag me out. So I try to leave it off unless I know I'm going to trade. This is the villager defense system, a shooter cart. This is set up to a light timer and an inverter, so when it's the daytime, it doesn't roll around. I don't see it need burning its fuel, running around in circles when nothing's going to be around. Once night comes, it'll take off and start rolling around. And I just keep it loaded with arrows and fuel, so it'll go. And that's the farm area. Go back over to our main world. So we'll jump up here. You can see over here, this is my bee area. Spent a lot of time over here building up the bees. I'm having real trouble getting this bees. I just am not having any luck getting them. This was my first village. I found it really annoying breeding villagers over here and getting trades just for the fact that if I didn't have something on me, I had to come and get it and then go back over and try to find them. It's a lot easier with the villager trader over at the farm, because if I don't have something, I can leave them there in a cart, go get it, come back, and then trade, and then get rid of them. But there's still villagers over there, and they still do breed. This was based on kind of like a Inca design. Found some pictures of old Inca villages. Kind of built it that way. Plan to put like a nice Inca style pyramid here one day. That'll be a pretty big project to make it look good. Hopefully I'll have like a burial crypt in it and all that. Down here is my solar factory farm, or solar, yeah, solar factory. It builds solar panels, and then those can be put. I've got two of the high voltage, and those do take a little bit of time. And we'll be right back. And we're back. Now we're in the B area. These are my little portal things. I'm pretty proud of these. I just built these. The way these things work is when you step on these pressure pads, it turns on this one, and it turns on its counterpart, which is up there. When you step on this, it turns this on and emits a red power signal to a wireless transmitter, and there's a wireless receiver up there. So when I step on this one, I go through and I come out over there, and the same thing when I come back. The cool thing about this is I've actually got this particular one set up to the colors on my portal gun, which I found in one of those Thumbcraft trees chests, to those colors. So if I'm anywhere else, I can shoot a portal, and then it'll come out with a wireless or a handheld. I can come back here no matter where I'm at. So that's pretty nice. I really like these. These are real convenient. I may set up more of those and just get rid of the books altogether, because I don't think the interlinking is. I still have my the block up there that allows you to do that, the book modifier, but I don't think you can make those anymore. So I may just transition, get rid of that, and get rid of all the books, and just play with the way the pack is designed now. This is my B area. I haven't done anything with it to dress it up. This originally was the area that I used to generate my UU matter for my quantum suit and everything. It had a large tank of lava here pumping out of the nether, and I had like 32 or so geothermals all pumping into a mass fab, and then all the cobble to make the scrap. Just having a lot of trouble with the lava chunk, so I just got rid of that once I made the suit, and figured out this would be a really nice place to put my bees. So I bred up a bunch. I have all the ones that I want. Like I said, I'm still trying to get the Vis bee. This is my breeder aviary over here. I just cannot get the Vis bee for the world. I've probably gone through 100 generations of bees, and just cannot get them. But I try from time to time, keep it up. And this, of course, is my bee building. This has all my tools set up. Whoop, that's new. I guess that swarmer popped one out and put it inside my hut. That's unusual. This is all the bee product. I recently automated all these. I was doing it manually, and it just produces. When you when you set your bees up to automatically produce and just keep running, you can get swamped in bee product real fast. So if you're not doing bees and you're not used to it, be prepared. This, of course, is all the extra bee stuff. This makes things really nice. I don't have to sit there Been generation after generation trying to get the traits that I want. If I get one bee with the trait, I can take it out with the isolator and then put it in with the inoculator. So you can get the bee with whatever you want on it once you get a trait. And that's super. And of course, this is the solar panel factory. There's an inner chest up there where I can dump items in. The sorter tells it which one to go to, and then it is all sent over here once it's all done, put together, and then the solar panels are put back in here. And then once I have those, I can just quickly produce a medium or high voltage. All the sugar cane from that farm up there comes over here, and of course is processed into biomass and then to biofuel. It powers this boiler, which powers everything upstairs, and is sent over to do the IC2 stuff also. So I have 3 steam boilers running, 2 high pressure. This is only low pressure, but it is set up to a redstone energy cell. The redstone energy cell goes up top to everything, so it will drain when I use the purifier, but the other ones don't hit it too hard. So I didn't see a need to make it any bigger than it was. This may actually be overkill now. I may shrink this down. The IC2 engines are not as efficient as the steam boilers are. They use a lot more of the fuel than the steam boilers do. So then we'll go over here. Since we're right here, we'll run over and see the village up close. Originally I just had these houses here, but I only had like for my initial 4 villagers, I think it only went up to like 6, and they would only go over to this corner house. So, you know, I did some research and more doors. So eventually this thing was like all doors around here. This whole thing was doors. And then it got nuts. I had villagers everywhere. So I dumbed it down a little bit so it's more manageable. But as you can see, they don't spread. I don't know why, but they all seem to stay pretty much over here in this area. They may use these first 3 houses, but most of the time it's the tower and this house. They never use the big building, and they never come further than like right here. So if anybody knows more about villagers and can help me out, I'd really like to get them spread out all through here. I hate to change the design. I think when you look at it from above, it looks pretty good. So I mean, I like it, and I would like to leave it like this. I may move the farms over into this area and then put more houses here. Maybe that'll get them moved around a little bit. As you can see, I was trading with them here before I built the trader over at the other location. And what this is right here, well, initially I was killing them this way. If they didn't have a trade for me anymore, I just grab them with a gravity gun and carry them over here, and then kill them. That way I wouldn't get negative karma from these guys, and the iron golems would attack me every time. And that was taking too long, so I just put a hole here with some lava in it, and if I don't like their trade, like I know I'm not going to like this bee guy's trade. I never do. I don't have anything anymore for these guys, so I just grab them and in the hole, and then they die. And now somebody else will breed. Well, that's pretty much the world in an overview. In the following episodes, if anybody has any questions or saw something that I did not cover, then by all means let me know, and we'll talk about it. The pillars are something that I've added in the last week or so. I think they turned out really nice. I think they look good. Before this, that whole platform was just hovering in the middle of nowhere, uh, which was kind of ridiculous. Because in reality, nothing's going to just float. But yeah, I didn't really care because it was a game. But like I said, with some recent inspiration from the some other YouTubers and seeing what they've done, I wanted to try to do a little bit better of a job. So I hope everybody has enjoyed my little world. And if you have any questions, comments, please let me know, and I'll answer them as I produce more of these. Thanks a bunch, and take it easy.